The views expressed on Talk Real Solutions, hosted by Tyrone Thompson at talkrealsolutions.com, are the views of Tyrone Thompson and do not reflect the views of talkrealsolutions.com, YouTube, or etc. The content here belongs to Talk Real Solutions and its many contributors. Views and opinions expressed by all contributors belong to them and not talkrealsolutions.com or Tyrone Thompson, the host, or etc. All data and information provided on the site is for informational purposes only. Talk Real Solutions makes no representations as to accuracy, completeness, correctness, suitability, or validity of any information on this site and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or delays in this information or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its display or use. All information is provided on an as-is basis.
The chaos reign.
All right, guys. You know the drill. You know what I'm about to go and say. In a world where there's crime, corruption, violence, murder, rape, theft, and all forms of atrocities that plague the world in which we live in today, we are living in a state of chaos, and it takes more greater or extremer chaos to restore the order in which the world we live in today. This is Chaos Reign here. Welcome again to another session here on the Chaos Reign Show. The links to follow me are the following. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos Reign 7. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Reign on Facebook. Follow my Rumble page. As you know, that link will be in the chat room in the description of this stream. Follow me on Rumble. And last but not least, join the Discord service of the Chaos Reign Show. I think that's it. Those are all the links. Those are the announcements. So now, let's go on and not waste more time. Let's deal with today's subject. And let me scroll up, find my little page. Today's stream, Chaos Reign presents, Does Women's Past Matter and Why? With special guest Sankofa Johnson again. As he comes back, we're going to have this discussion and really break the ice on this one. So, Sankofa, you there?
Peace and Black African power. How's everybody doing out there? Radio land, YouTube land, Spotify, wherever you listening from. I'm your co-host, Sankofa Johnson. You know, ready to trigger the YouTube algorithm. You know, a lot of people. I'm gonna say what men are thinking. You know what I'm saying? Most men don't want to say it. You know, because in a world where we have, you know, society saying that women, you know, have been liberated, you know what I'm saying, sexually, emotionally, all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying, it's really putting them in a bad position. So I think it's time for us men to basically step up and, you know, tell our women what's what so we can bring back the nuclear Black family. It's very important. This is why we have discussions, because I'm going to say what other brothers won't say. You know, me and Rain, you know, we've been chopping it up for a while, you know, so I'm just here to, you know, drop some gems, you know, and whether you like it or not, I know it's going to trigger some women, it's going to trigger some simps, you know what I'm saying, that's going to basically try to jump up here and try to defend these women, so, but not realizing that you defending and calling these women our women, you're going to keep them single. Thanks to Steve Harvey, Derrick Jackson, and these modern Derrick Jackson followers, you know, y'all are keeping Black women single. I'm trying to bring us back together, you know. R.I.P. Rise in power to Kevin Samuels, all the brothers that came before us, you know, that was talking about this, you know, saying things that men won't say. So Kevin Samuels, brother, your message is not going in vain, because you even got YouTube females that are actually using your talking points in their dating shows and stuff like that. So let's get to it. What you got, Rain?
Before we go into this question and then go into this subject, to catch up on a lot of things, as you know, our famous therapists from Ohio, Cleveland, our black female therapist, Bria, I think her name is Bria something. I think that's her name. She is back trending. Yeah, she's back trending on social media. From what I'm catching wind, she now has an OnlyFans.
Wow, didn't know that.
I'm not sure what she's going through money wise, but we all know as men, and it's no secret, when you find a chick created an OnlyFans, you already know it spells and marks her end in any fashion, right? Dating, possibly mating. She'll get some sex, but she has forfeit any possibility of any decent dude of significance going to take her seriously, unfortunately. And she already got flanked when she did those videos calling out the clients, particularly black men, in a way that a lot of black women kind of gravitate, because she was saying things that they already been saying about black men for decades. And she got herself fired because she put out her business on social media in a field which, where black people don't really mess around with and don't want to invest their time and energy in, and that's clinical, psychiatric, mental therapy. And to find that this chick, and I'm gonna be nice tonight, I'm not gonna call these people and cuss. I'm gonna try as hard as possible, and we're gonna try hard as possible tonight, God willing. But she, like many sisters, lost her job because of her actions, and knowing certain things you don't do, and that is call out the potential of the clients. Now, they read these articles when only focus on the men, but never focus on themselves. It tells you something's wrong, because it can't be always men and you're perfect. You know how dangerous that is, especially to a population of people that feels that they cannot do no wrong. But you see, only in America you can live in delusions. As men, they don't give that same comfortable or any delusions. It is what it is. And that's why I tell most women, this is the only soil you are really safe and protected. Outside America, you don't get these same grace. I'm not sure if you travel across the world, Sankofa, but we know for a fact, for those that have not traveled in actual third world countries, some first world nations, carry on, act the way you are, and see what happens to you.
That's why Kevin Samuel said feminism is a first world country thing, you don't see the women over, but feminism is moving out to the east. There are women that's bringing that feminism across the world, but it's slowly, for most cultures over there, they're not playing that shit. So, yeah.
And make sure you guys like the stream and share the stream tonight. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the Chaos Rain Show as well. And also join the membership of the Chaos Rain Show as well. I have memberships now too. So you find all that in the page. All right. So let us begin to this question. And I'm sure it has to be reiterated. And let me read the question again. So they say that women's past does not matter, but it does matter to men. A good portion of men, not the simps, but men that have something, that's looking forward to something. It really does matter. Why is that so ingrained to a lot of ladies when they hear men talk about, man does really concern about what you have been doing for the past decade or more as a young adult?
That's a great question. Yeah. See, men, alpha males, you know what I'm saying, men of substance, men of quality, you know what I'm saying, men of integrity, you know what I'm saying, men of, just high status. When they looking for a wife, they have to look at her background, see what type of woman she was, you know what I'm saying? If she was a 304 or if she did things that was out of her character. See, these simps will tell you, oh, a woman's past don't matter, you know what I'm saying? If she changed. That may be true in some cases, but we're not talking about the exception, we're talking about the rule. So when men are, looking for legacy, they want to be able to be with somebody they can trust. And if a woman was OnlyFans model in her 20s and then, showing her body to everybody, Tom, Dick, and Harry, because a man, let me tell you something, people, you know, I like what I'm about to say, but a man do not want a woman that every man has access to. If a women, if you're listening, if you're going to be a wife, you cannot make yourself accessible to any other man. And you might say, oh, that's Sankofa single. I bet he's single. He ain't got no woman because he sound controlling. Women, how can you say that about me when you say that you want a man to lead and take control? You know what I'm saying? I need a woman to call in and be like, just give me a definition of what is a leader to you. A lot of women don't even know what a leader is. A lot of women don't even know what an alpha male is. They don't have a good synopsis of what an alpha male is. But the reason why a man looks at a woman's past, because if she done anything like that, she's more subject to go back to their lifestyle. Because we see it time and time again, especially on social media, it's been brought out. Women get into marriages, they realize that they're bored, they want to go back to the streets. Sierra and Russell Wilson, Sierra still dressed like she's single. She still got her billboard up, dressing, with a fishnet dress on. She constantly disrespects Russell Wilson on a daily basis. And Russell Wilson, he is such a simp to where he don't put his foot down. Now, Chaos, would you let your woman go out dressed like how Sierra did?
Well, because I'm single, but if I was in a relationship, my woman has to dress like she got some sense, most likely, overall. And it should not be to a point where, it's like where people be talking, And let's be honest, because we live in the social media age, depending on how your outfit is and how in-depth detailed the outfit is, where it's showing too much of the unnecessary skin, where it looks like you're almost pretty much naked, that would not be some. Matter of fact, to most men, modern men or above average men, or wherever stage or life they're in, they don't want their women dressing too inappropriate if it's their mate.
Mm-hmm. But
because she is no. She is the representation of him. So go ahead.
Yeah, but they'll say, "Oh, you've been controlling. You're insecure. You're not my daddy. You don't buy my clothes. You're not my daddy, and this and that."
But Seiko, hold on. Let's be honest. Majority of women today, if we ask the real, honest question, I almost cussed, but I had to relax myself. You have not grown up with your damn daddy. Stop it.
Exactly.
Stop it. Continue.
And then my question would be like, why do I need to be your daddy to tell you what to do? You say you want an alpha male. You say you want a leader. You know what I'm saying? You say you want to be with somebody you can submit to. But women don't want to be submissive, man. Women have this preconceived notion that they're liberated, that a man should just automatically trust her, even without giving her evidence to trust, giving him anything to trust. Women, like, when you're if y'all on Facebook dating, I bet a lot of simps see these women see these women on this Facebook dating app or any dating app, and they taking pictures half naked. I swipe left, and I don't care what you call me. You call me gay or whatever y'all want to call me. But I'm not looking for a woman that takes pictures like that. How a woman perceives, how a woman dresses, perception is everything. A woman may dress like a hoe, and she might not be a hoe, but she got a hoe's uniform on. This is why your past matters, because your past. And say for instance, she got slutted out by the football team. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women, I asked a woman today, and she gonna text me talking about we had a good conversation, but I'm not a match for her. You know why? Because I asked her why did she move. I said, did something happen in your past, whatever? And she said, no, I don't want to talk about it. So in my mind, when a woman leaves a city to move to another city, it could be for a job or whatever, but 90% of the time, women, when they do move from one city to another city, they try to run from something. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them have a lot of skeletons in their closet. They might have been the city whore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the football team done her up. You know what I'm saying? So when they move to another city, it's really a fresh start. They'll say, "Oh, I'm from Ohio, or I'm from St. Louis, I'm from Dallas, whatever." You know what I'm saying? And they won't tell you why they moved. They'll make up something. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you do dig deep, you'll find out she got tossed up. You know what I'm saying? She was ran through. And if you're dating a woman and you ask her, "Hey, can we go visit your city? I ain't never been there." Cause, you know, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to go visit my city. Me and my mama don't get along." Blah blah. If a woman tries to stop you from visiting her city with her, it's a red flag. That means she was into some shit that she don't want you to know about. And women, when you ask a woman her body count, they'll say it don't matter. But if you ask a woman her body count, she say that's none of your business. But if it don't matter, then why won't you tell us your body count? I realized chaos. Women may have had sex with 50 dudes. Let's just say a woman had sex between 50 and 100 dudes. She might say 5. And the reason why women will say that is because she don't count the bodies that she don't count the men she slept with. She counts the men that gave her orgasms. And a lot of times women don't realize the more men you sleep with, you'll be less likely to be happy in a marriage. Especially because you're going to constantly compare and contrast your husband to the guys you slept with. This is why I say that the hot girl summers and all this other stuff these women be doing, that's reckless. Women, you got to understand, and I'm here to help you. I ain't here to tear you down, belittle you, or nothing like that, but this is what men think. And y'all are so hard-headed, it goes in one area and out the other. Like we're just supposed to accept you for who you are. I'm going on me.
Yes. Sankofa, can you continue for a minute? Just 1 second. I'm almost ready. Just give me a second. Let's continue with the mic.
Okay, yeah. So this is why men care about a woman's past. You know, when a woman, you know, done been ran through and stuff like that, even when she got kids. Me personally, I don't think women that have young kids should be dating. I think you should wait till you move out, because men, we got to look at it like this. What is the benefit of a man dating a single mother? You know what I'm saying? What is the benefit of that? And you can't say, well, they're single dads. We're not talking about the exception. We're talking about the rule. We're talking about the majority. You know what I'm saying? Because women can always double back to their baby daddies in most cases. Not all cases, but in most cases. So we're also looking at that too. Why are you requiring marriage for me? When you never to have a baby with you, or to even have sex with you, but you didn't require marriage with your child's fathers. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes sharing your womb. You gave the highest honor to multiple guys, but then when you meet a upstanding guy, now the standards of marriage is on the table, but you didn't have the standard when it comes to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny how when you got black women that are swirlers, they don't have any rules for the white man or the Mexican man or any other race of men, but they do have rules for us black men. We got to have this, we got to have that. See, women, y'all worry about our future. See, black women are at the finish line for black men, but they'll build with another race. They'll build with another race.
Wait. Can you please repeat that?
A black woman will wait at the finish line for a black man, but she'll build with another race. She will not build with us. So if I'm a blue collar black man, I'm considered broke. I ain't no baller. But she'll go date a blue collar white man or a blue collar Hispanic man with no rules. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
They don't have a rule. They don't make any requirements, no rules for the other man. But the brother man, we got rules and regulations when we dating him, but we'll let the other man come up in there. There's no rules and regulations.
It's strange you mentioned that. Hold on. I'm doing some things in the background. It's amazing you say that because let's be fair, honest. And let's be honest here. The reason why these women will make the rules for you and other race of men, because they hope that white skin will remove and will always remove any imperfections. That just getting that mixed baby is just enough. You, on the other hand, you are a burden. You are something of significance. That's how they see and view black men. Unfortunately, and
they get mad at that. Go ahead.
It's sad. It's sad, and really, it's really sad. Is because let's be fair and honest here. Because, and I've said this countless times, and I've come to the conclusion I am not the person with that voice, this weird accent, that it does not resonate in the back of your heads, man and woman. I've said this many times. I've done one broadcast and I've reiterated other broadcasts that the black person, man and woman, today is viewed as evil, while anybody that's non-black is viewed as perfect, godlike. You, black men, with your skin, either dark, light brown, or whatever, is that representation of evil, the epitome of the devil. They will not respect you or fear you, or they do fear you in a way because you hear them push this notion that they get outed every, I guess, 2 seconds or 5 point, wherever the numbers they call it. Every time I hear these stupid chicks, the numbers keep changing. Let's say you jump through hoops about the black man, but you sure still want to jump in the pool with the non-black man. Make it make sense. And now I make it make sense. If you know it's Khalees, and we're going to use celebrities because this is where most of you dummies resonate, celebrities. She's out here dating a man that's 30-something years her senior. That's almost about to be 1 foot in the grave or both foot in the grave. And let you know, she had a productive black man in Nas. And she left that to really now look. I would tell you many times, look where she is now and look at Nas. What that tells you, the train stopped for her once she shipped out the Nas. I don't give a crap what anyone will tell me. What Mr. Black has always been saying, he was not lying in regards to you not gonna find anybody half or any better. If that's the best you get, I don't care what he does, you better stay until the wheels fall off. But you can't tell most modern women today, Sankofa, because in America, in their mind, they think their vagina is like gold. I'll just drop it and some other dude will come pick me up. How's that working out for you, ladies?
Yeah, and they also don't realize, you know what I'm saying, these post-war women that they ran through, they get mad when guys, you know, my age and older want to date somebody younger, fresher, you know what I'm saying, because we're looking at this. When we're dealing with a younger woman, less mouth, less bodies, less drama, less brokenness, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times these women that are post-wall, you know what I'm saying, they're broken. They done dealt with the Pookies and Ray Rays trying to change them. I had a woman admit that. She said, I wasted my life with all these dudes that I know weren't no good for me, but I feel like because they had swag, but that's basically the standard for black women. If a black man don't have any swag, you know what I'm saying, he ain't talking about... Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, so if you don't have no swag or anything, you ain't nothing. If you ain't no baller status, you working a security guard, you driving a bus, Ebony K. Williams, then you're not a baller. But when it comes to the other man, you ain't got no rules for him. He can be short. Man, look, I was at work. I was doing security at Sankofa J, you know what I'm saying, in the hood of Dallas. Bad. I ain't gonna lie, man, this woman was bang, boom, pow. And that's all you need to know. Bang, boom, pow. Nice looking black woman. Beautiful. The man she was with looked like she just got him out the trash can. I mean, he looked like a cave beast. Nappy beard, like he just got through working on something, and she was all hugged up with him in the line. Do you think a black woman would be with that with a man that's shorter than her, like he just got off work from a landfill, all hugged up with him? I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe. I looked at the cashier. I'm like, and the cashier was black, and we looked at each other like, what the hell? How did this Neanderthal pull this bad black woman? Like, why do black? And this is another thing I want to say too. See, white men do. I'm gonna put it like this: the other man get the best of our women, but we always get the worst of theirs. I don't understand it. I feel a handsome black dude with a sloppy looking butterball Lizzo size woman. They get the best of our women, but we can't. But we get the worst of theirs. Make it make sense. I haven't seen a brother with a sexy white woman yet. Maybe maybe Hispanic, but man, I see a brother with bad built. You know, I mean, these women like they sweat in the swimming pool. That's how fat they are.
That's sad.
A brother with
That's sad.
With a sexy white woman, a bad white woman.
Unless he has money.
Yeah.
I mean, I will vouch, depending what city you're at, there are some black men that will get a pretty decent non-black woman. But overall, because black men has the self-esteem issues, like a good portion of them, their standards are too low. If you're if you take in one of our race and you take the subpar, if you get them, what makes sense you go take the even subpar of their race? It doesn't make sense to me. You better have to either go find a woman that's not from America and from the island or from Africa to go mate with, or that's it. I mean, and maybe you could find a Spanish woman if she's black enough. I mean, there's something as that. Right, you can't be as mad, especially if you don't look too bad. And if you're busted down but your money's right, I should say, and you can get her because. But go on. As you talk.
Yeah, Gary, I think you, Chaos, you sound like you was in the Matrix, man. Your whole system just sound robotic. I can hear you good now, but what you just said, it was just like, it was just.
Well, do it.
Yeah, when you listen to the replay, you sounded real, robotic. So. But I'm gonna go on and finish my thought, and we can take callers. But yeah, in conclusion, what I'm saying. With that being said, regardless of what race of women we choose, her past is gonna matter. Whether if you're listening now, you're black, white, Hispanic, whatever. A woman's past will always matter, no matter what race she is, especially if you want an alpha male. But like I said, that's gonna be the next topic for next week. Do women really want alpha males? Do they know what an alpha male is? And I think a lot of women don't. They don't know what alpha males are. They don't know what a good man is. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be the next week's topic. But yeah, so when you want to date a man of substance, if you're young and listening to this right now in your 20s, don't do the hot girl summers. Don't let nobody tell you, live your life, be with as many guys as you want. Just live free and enjoy yourself, and then worry about something. That's the problem. This is why our women are unhappy, unmarried, undesirable women. You know what I'm saying? Because they listening to their mamas about getting your degrees and sleep with as many guys as you want, enjoy your life. Yeah, I want you to enjoy your life, but don't do it recklessly. Because the thing is, our older women are sending our black girls out there, you know what I'm saying, and just telling them just to be reckless, just be free, you know what I'm saying? I see when I'm up here doing, doing security at the bowling alley or whatever, on Saturday, Fridays and Saturdays, I see girls with coochie cutters on and stuff like that. And I'm just looking like, my daughters can't come out looking like that. You should see some of the stuff that these girls be wearing up in the bowling alley. It should be a dress code. Like, I'm gonna tell the manager, hey, y'all need a dress code in here. And it's our women that's doing it. It's our women that come in here. I didn't see a white girl come in here with short shorts on and stuff like that. The white girls, Hispanic, well, a few of them do, but the majority of our women come up here like they're going to the club. You know what I'm saying? I got to head over to another post tonight. And I see strippers, all that stuff. They come up in there. They be twerking in the parking lot and stuff. Like that, that's their value. And see, this is the thing. When our older women send our young girls out here in the world, and they doing all this twerking and living up, city girling and hot girl summering and stuff like that, then you want to settle down. A man, if you come across like this one, that's why that chick was trying to pray to this imaginary God in the sky to erase all the did you see that chaos where this woman married a virgin man and she said that she prayed to God, to this God, to erase all her sexual experiences away? Chaos, did you see that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're still in the Matrix, man. Yeah, you're still in the Matrix. But yeah, and finally, women, you cannot pray away you can't pray away 50 bodies. You can't pray away your sexual experiences. It's not gonna happen. This God cannot just snap his fingers, his or her finger, whatever this God is y'all believe in. You can't just go to church and just have some cooking oil poured on you and you think that all them penises you done had up in your body is just gonna magically go away. You're just gonna get a spiritual tune up. You just get your coochie tuned up right then and there. No, ladies, the internet is forever. Remember that. So if you're doing these all-star parties and stuff like that in Atlanta, and you and your girlfriends are all going down on one dude and stuff, that's forever. The Freaknik still, because you go on YouTube, you'll still see 1999's Freaknik. You'll see 1992's Freaknik. You'll see the Freakniks. They ain't going away. It's forever. Remember that. I'm ready for some callers, Chaos. Yo, Chaos, you there? Sorry, people. I think we're having some technical difficulties. I just want some brothers to come up here and be honest about them. If they know their wife had a past, girlfriend have a past, it does bother us men. Men, think about that. You tell your man, yeah, baby, in my past, yeah, I had a few guys run trains on me. A man gonna be thinking about that. That would mess a man's world up because he saw you something. He saw you as a wife, but by you telling him that you done had some trains ran on you, yeah, that would mess a man's mind up because a man don't want to know his woman or have visions and thoughts of his woman being in that type of position. You know what I'm saying? But you hear on the women, but men do it. Why? How we can't do it? Listen, ladies, men don't get imprinted by women. We imprint women. We're not sluts. We're slut makers. If you want to be blunt with it, y'all are the vessels of life. Y'all carry the womb. When you have a past like that, when you live your life like that, a man will have second thoughts about if the baby is his. We're looking at paternity. Are you easily accessible? Or do men have access to you? You may say you have changed, but your past will hurt your future. I'm glad my mom always told my sisters, don't do anything in your past that you will be ashamed to tell your spouse. Now my sisters are married because they're very masculine women. And I don't know if they're gonna ever get married or have relationships, but yeah, I don't know. Chaos, you back up and running, man, or what? Because I'm ready for some callers. I'm having technical difficulty.
All right, I'm back. Maybe my mic should be better now. Hopefully. Anyway, you still there, Sankofa? Sankofa? All right, well, he probably taking a break. I'm up in the first line. First caller, who's this?
What's going on, Gary? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's up?
There was a space between I think when you went off and then the brother was speaking on a subject matter.
Well, what you have on the topic? Don't worry about that.
Well, no, I wanted to ask him about what he was speaking about to kind of emphasize on that subject matter that he was talking about with the knowing of women, past and stuff like that, and not men being bothered by that. So I wanted to get him.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. I hope he did not hung up. If he knows have technical issues, he should not be hanging up. That doesn't make no sense. 1 second, guys. Yeah, man. You can't be doing that. You can't be calling off the show, man. If I'm having technical issues, just keep talking, relax. You know what I'm saying? I get things in order. That make no sense. Anyway, makes no sense. He's gonna call back in.
Yeah, so I wanted him to kind of just emphasize on that, and I mean how I guess it being from the man's side versus the woman, that I think it ends up being the same, and kind of him, just kind of go further into it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to come back. All right, Sankofa, you're going to ask your question. Ask the question again, JNYC.
What's going on, brother? So I was just, I know how you guys spoke about, a man not wanting to know or being upset on a woman's past, and I was just saying that, how would it be different, man versus woman, the same type of situation as women not wanting to know a man's past, and then going further into that, and why you kind of like landed on that particular subject matter.
So you want to know? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
All right. You said so. Why did I bring up this subject matter on that?
Well, that was the last question, but you could either go that way backwards in regards to man versus woman in the same thought process of that particular subject when you were saying, knowing a woman's past, right? How many men she slept with, whatever, things like that.
Yeah, that's the question.
Sorry, I had to get into the office. Because women, from what I've gathered information from talking to other women, a woman is more concerned with a man's future. Some women might worry about a guy's past, but a guy can sleep with millions of women, but he still can go get married tomorrow because we control access to marriages. You know what I'm saying? Women control access to sex. And the reason why most men care is because women, because of that reason, because women control access to sex. Men, we wonder like, dang, if these many dudes got it, then when she get with me, what's special about me to where she just want to be faithful to me? Sorry about that. What's special about me to make her want to just be with me? You know what I'm saying? And, when you look at it, like, say, for instance, you go on her Facebook page, she posting provocative pictures and stuff. That's not a wife. If she's over that type of lifestyle, then, you know what I'm saying, you say she changed, but just because she's with you don't mean that thought process is not there. How can she be sexually happy with you? You know what I'm saying? If she done had all those if she done rode the CC. And for those who don't know the car carousel, so I'm going to say CC. Done lived it up, city girl lifestyle. Women will get bored because they feel like the street has something for them. Who was that Tia Mari, yeah, she divorced her husband, and she said she graduated from it because she want to go back to the streets. And I don't know if anybody saw that video where she was in she was in some kind of bathing suit in front of her son, talking about how do I look. I'm like, man, that's some, yeah. Men and women, we're different. You know what I'm saying? We're human, but we're different. If a woman goes out and sleeps with 1,000 men or a bunch of men, she can't get married unless she marries a sucker. They're gonna be like, oh baby, that's okay. I don't care how many times you got you got cum on your face by different men. I still love you. A real alpha male. A woman is not gonna get an alpha male that way. She might get a beta male soon, but she's not gonna be happy with the guy because he ain't gonna have no backbone. Which confuses the hell out of me. I don't know. Wild man would say, I don't care.
Did I answer the question, Jay, or you want to, elaborate anymore?
Yeah, and as far as the subject, how do you land into this? But let's say even the show's topic. How do you get here and why? What stands out? Why this topic? Tell me. What's hidden? Is it hidden? Is it something personally affect, or you see like a large amount of things happen? And if so, where is this happening?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I see it happening a lot, man. You can go on Facebook. I see it personally. I saw a lot of it yesterday. I saw a lot of it yesterday just at work, and I just shook my head. And it's mostly our women. So yeah, that's what brought up the whole topic of this. We do care about a woman's safety. These are young girls, like just getting out of high school. Some of them just graduating college. You know what I'm saying? And they doing all this hot girl summer, city girls, twerking, you know what I'm saying? Basically just kind of like they call it living it up. But they can, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking at them like, y'all are not wifey material. Y'all probably would never be, because y'all are more intrigued with your lower vibration, your lower self, than to become a wife and, connect with your higher self, you know what I'm saying? So we are in love with our lower self for the most part. We're in love with chaos, you know what I'm saying? Chaotic things, drama, it's just like, yeah. So it's just what I've seen in my personal life, So that's why we're talking about this.
Right. All right. Hey, keep it going, Gary. I'm on, standby, man. That's all. I know you probably got a couple other callers, so.
Let me check if I have any other callers. That's a good question. Nope. No one else is raising their hand. Very small crowd tonight. Sankofa. And let me get my mic. Let me say this. Modernization has been the blessing and curse for a lot of people. I think it applies, and it's probably made more a curse in women than the men's side of things. Even with the high body count today, and a lot of women cringe and get in their feelings, even till you hear some simp dudes talk about, say, it doesn't really matter about her high body count and all that stuff. And I'm saying, y'all need to stop the noise, man. Stop your nonsense. If your woman,
you need to have that sound bite. You need to have that sound bite. Which I'm gonna create a little sound bite. Stop the cap anytime somebody say some shit like that. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, like I said, that the pair bonding is actually factual, and the only women I hear fight that are the women that are more boisterous. They want to fight it because in their mind they have more than 5 bodies. Some even, I don't know if I want to tell you my side of things. I know one woman had roughly over 100 bodies in a span of 10 years. I mean, pair bonding is not the thing. And with Tia Mari, right?
Hey, those 5 dudes a year.
Maybe. But with Tia Mari, right? With her, right? And I heard people say that a lot of people say she should not get married young now because of other things. I say the reason why a lot of people think and operate now after being in any relationship more than a decade, if as God knows if they're even married, is one thing only, is that I can go out there and find better and explore more options. Instead of me sitting there and mess around behind your back, I'd rather just call it off and go with a clean slate and go in the market again and then really say, now I could be with this person. It's because marriage doesn't have any significance today. All the laws that's put in place made it possible. And let's be honest, if there was no really beneficial for either side of marriage, especially with the ladies, I guarantee a lot of women will not get married today. That's why you hear some don't get married now for a reason. But let's be honest, you ladies will still want these dudes to marry you. And in case of Zion, yeah, he's going to get two so-called porn stars fighting over him. And it's evident and simple because let's be clear, he has the bag. And if he didn't have the bag, these women would not be wasting time fighting for this dude. Especially women that are wall stage age. 129, one is about to turn 32 this year. I'm not sure why people I hear they get mixed up between these ladies' ages. I know these women's age very clear because I sit there pay attention to detail. They said the one chick that says she's alleged she's Guyanese, Miss Mills, and you see her plastic her body is.
Yeah,
do not know she's a early 90s baby, born 1991 at best. So she's going to be out there in them streets. You get me? Matter of fact, it goes as far as, bro, this is how delusional, and I'm convinced there has been some type of sexual touching that's been happening to ladies that go do porn for a living. Personally, I think there's a link towards that and sexual abuse. That she said that she didn't lose her virginity until 2017. I'm saying, wait, you said 2017? Let me do the math. You born 1991, 2017. That roughly makes you roughly 26 years of age. You tell me you wait 26 years or the last 10 or 7, 8 years, whatever, to get knocked off. And what she said she got knocked off is during a scene, actual scene, a sex scene with two dudes. I'm looking at it and say, get out of here, man. Sweetie, if we could find your old tape, I guarantee you, it don't look like you not know no actual virgin. Stop it. You didn't have one man, you had two men on you, sweetie. I'm not sure
it's
go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, man, and a lot of mattress actresses are crying because they're invisible to men. I seen one on Manosphere Highlight Daily. Shout out to them. Go subscribe to Manosphere Highlight Daily. Yeah, she's like this ex-playmate. She was crying because she's not married. You know what I'm saying? Surprisingly, she got 2 kids out of the deal, but I guess the dude really couldn't. That's a prime example. Like she even said, the dude couldn't take the fact that that she did those scenes and stuff like that. She was Hugh Hefner's girlfriend, And at first he was like, "Oh, I'm okay with that," but then once the relationship progressed and stuff like that, it kind of ate away at him. Women, y'all don't understand that shit eats away at a man. It eats away at his pride because he's gonna basically second guess himself. That's another thing that can happen to a man when he knows his wife has a high body count. He's gonna second guess himself in the bedroom. Now he's competing in his mind. He's competing with 50 other dudes that you done been with. You know what I'm saying? So women, they don't think about the long-term effects, but it can affect your partner. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Women go in a relationship with a selfish mindset. Oh yeah, I done wrote the CCs and I was a mattress actress and all that shouldn't matter. No, it does matter. It does matter for the secure relationship. Do you have integrity? Like I said before, integrity. Do you have? Can you be faithful? Because if you did all that, that means look at your resume. Like, let's use a job, for example. If I got over 100 jobs in the span of 10 years and I go try to work for a prestige, I have a chance to make 6 figures and this and that. And say for I want to go do security for the government, make 6 figures, right? and I got $100 jobs within the 10 years, span of 10 years, they might not give me the job because they say you're not stable, you're not consistent. You know what I'm saying? You went from one job to the next. You know what I'm saying? They look at that. That's why your past do matter. You know what I'm saying? It even matters in the real world when you're trying to get a job. We look at women's past like jobs look at people's resumes. Right or wrong, G?
Right.
So women, you're young women in your 20s, you're just getting out there, getting your feet wet and stuff. If you're going to live your life, remember, don't do anything that's going to be shameful in your eyes, because a lot of women know that this is shameful. That's why they get drunk when they do it. But in their right mind, they won't just do that. I mean, you got some that will, but a lot of these women go to these parties and stuff like that. They do reckless stuff when they're under the influence. That's why I can't be with a woman, especially if she's like 30 something and up, and she want to go on girls trips. Don't ever trust a woman to go on girls trips. Fellas, don't trust your woman if she's going on a girls trip. You already know what's gonna happen.
What's that?
You know she gonna get smoked. You know she gonna get talked up, flipped up.
What girl trips?
Yeah.
What is that? Can you be more specific so people understand?
A girls trip is like, okay, say for instance, they take a girls trip to Miami, or girls trips to Vegas, or girls trips to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Places where there's going to be men that's hotter than you. You might have a dad bod. I'm not talking about you specifically, but they're going to go see men that are way sexier than you. You know what I'm saying? This stuff happens, man. That they got them street interviewers now, and a woman, she was on a girls trip with her boy, with her homegirls, and she did not know that the homeboy followed them down there, and he basically got her on film getting picked up by these big muscular dudes on South Miami Beach, and he was just like humping her, and she was in a 2-piece bathing suit, ass all out. This is a wife. And fellas, please don't think it won't happen to you. Please don't think it won't happen to you. So that's the girl. That's the type of girl people talking about.
It's like a pattern. Do you see a big pattern of this? How, or because I know that people are listening and they might think, but whatever, is this a massive thing? Is this something similar to the passport guys? Or what is it? The passport bros? Or what?
Passport bros, yeah. No. That passport.
Similar?
No. Passport bros are guys going over there trying to find wives. Girls trips is where they just gonna go to Miami or All-Star Weekend and just wild out. Do things that they normally wouldn't do in front of their boyfriends. Man, this is the internet, social media has made the world really small. You know what I'm saying? You can catch anything on social media. And the passport bros are going to look for women that don't have that mentality, like westernized women. I broke up with a girl, but I was in San Antonio. She wanted to go on a girls trip. I said, you know what? I said, how about me and you just go down to South Padre Island together? No, I just want to hang with my girl. But I said, you know what? All right, you go down there. I'll bid you farewell. Why you just insecure? It ain't about being insecure. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. So just go on your girls trip, because I'm not gonna deal with it. I know what happens on girls trips. You know what I'm saying?
1 second, guys. Hold on, let me open next line. See what this is. All right. Call open line. Who's this?
Miss Lady, I just started listening.
Okay, you raised your hand. You have any questions? You go ahead.
Well, it seems like he's painting all women with the same brush and making real extreme generalizations, like all women who go on a girls' trip are going to look for other men or get with other men all the time. Where does he get his data from? Say something like that.
I mean, you can go on.
I've been on trips with women, and that was not what we were looking for. So this is very strange to hear this. And then secondly, what percentage of passport bros are going seeking wives, because it's my understanding that most of them are not going to seek wives. They're going to impoverished third world countries where they can dangle $20 in front of impoverished women in order to sleep with them and to get some type of submission that they can't afford to get in their own country.
What do you mean afford to get? So your submission costs money?
Absolutely. If you want
so
to be a patriarch, can I explain? Don't cosplay patriarchy. That's what you want. You want to be a patriarch without having the resources to be a patriarch. Either you're going to have the resources and you're going to take care of the women in your family. They're not going to have to work. They're not going to pay bills. If they want to work, their money is their money. And that's how it is.
Her money too? And his money is her money too?
Actually, he's going to take care of all the bills. That's how it works. In fact, there's a woman in Morocco. This white guy went over there thinking he was going to get with this woman, this Moroccan woman, attractive young woman, and he was like, wow, I didn't know that. I can't afford that. She says, oh no, you come here and you want to marry a woman? It's understood. We don't have to work. The husband works. He takes care of all the bills. If the wife chooses to work, that's her money. She keeps her money for herself. There's no question about it. And no father would allow his daughter to marry someone if that's not going to be how it's going to be. And the white guy was like, oh, he thought the woman was going to pay 50-50. Doesn't work that way. But see, their culture set up that way. Patriarchal, but they got the resources to be patriarchal. The black guys or whoever is going over to the Dominican Republic, Brazil, Thailand, wherever, Philippines, wherever they're going, to those impoverished countries and they've benefited off of being in this country citizens and being able to work and get a few dollars. Okay, they've benefited off of the way it's been set up here, but they're going over there to those countries that have been colonized. They're impoverished, and they want to act like they're bringing they're all that in a bag of chicks because they got $100 to spend.
How do you know that for sure? Can you pull
They're looking for sex. They're looking for thrill.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They can't afford to bring
That's what black women are doing. That's what y'all are doing.
Stay there in the Dominican Republic.
How they can?
And they can't afford to bring those women back.
Do you know how much the trip is to Brazil? It's $3,000. What you mean they can't go there? It's a $3,000 plane ticket.
The average black man cannot afford to go over there and stay and make a living. He won't be able to
because they're spending $3,000 to get on a plane, lady.
Over there. He's not Brazilian. He's not Dominican.
Gary,
Hold
on, guys. Excuse me.
Hold on, guys. This bitch don't know what she's talking about.
Hey, relax. Sankofa, relax. And the language, relax, please. Relax. Order. I see somebody raise their hand. Now, in regards to the people that travel, men that travel, there are only a few brothers that will make the trip to travel. Some will travel and some will stay there and then find their wives and make a life. That's fine. But as a whole, as all Black America, especially Black men, Black women, leaving here in droves to go to another country to make another alternative, that's not really in the books for a lot of Black people. So I'm not sure where this new information that dudes could travel and then pay for everything overseas. And we all know the dollar in America right now still goes further in almost 200 countries. And I'm not pulling up no data for that. I've done shows on this, how much my money goes further outside America. If a man wants to go sit there, trick his money, and go pay some non-Black women, that's his business. I'm not going to keep going back and forth and attacking what men does with his spouse. And last time I checked, the men that are able to do this consistently got money. Sankofa, you there? Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. A plane ticket, let me pull it up. Hold on real quick.
Wait.
Whoever,
Go ahead. Because
a plane ticket to Brazil is $1,654. What is this woman talking about? It costs over $1,000 just to fly to Brazil. And not only a hotel in Brazil for 5 nights, you're going to be paying another $1,000. I think 1,165 to be exact. What you mean these dudes are broke and can't afford jobs? What do you mean, lady?
But before we continue, Sankofa, I'm not sure where the men that travel outside the country to find mates has to do anything in this conversation. That tells me, Miss Lady, you're very much invested in what Black men is doing. I have not covered anything about people traveling abroad finding mates. Have you, Sankofa, all night? Have we talked about this?
No, we're talking about westernized women. And I said it in the beginning. I'm for the Black nuclear family. But this woman is basically speaking for, she's talking about generalizing all women. I said, I'm not generalizing all women. I didn't say all women do that because most women have sense enough not to be putting their bodies out there like that. It's like Miss Lady, she wants Black women to say, forget Black men. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. He gotta afford you. But tell me, Miss Lady, why y'all don't have that same why you don't have the same energy for a broke white man? a blue collar white man. Where's the energy for that? I'll wait.
All right. Next caller. Let me open it. All right, caller. Open line. Who's this?
Yeah, man, I got muted. Listen, I would just say maybe you should bring her back so she can respond to the conversation.
I'm not sure I can find her. Let me see if I can find her.
Yeah.
Is this Miss Lady?
It's just, bring some dialogue.
I'm not sure that's her. No, I don't think that's her. Hello?
Yeah, she up here talking about, another thing, she up here talking about Black men are just going over there to have sex. Where is your evidence of this? This is what Black women are saying because they don't like the fact that Black men are leaving the country to go find submission. Miss Lady is not a submissive woman. See, they're mad about that. They're mad about the passport bros. Y'all are pissed off. That's why she invested in seeing what Black men are doing. Talking about they're going over there dangling. She's parroting what other women are saying. She ain't got no evidence to prove it herself. She's just in this echo chamber with other Black women that are mad about the passport bros.
All right. Sankofa, let me see who this is. I'm going to check the line. All right, caller, open your line. Who's this?
I hung up because I wasn't going to listen to all of that, but I called back in. The thing is, my point was the man, I don't know his name, but he said that they were going overseas to find wives, and I absolutely disagree. The majority are not. And you even said, even if they're going over to trick off, that's their business. That's beside the point. That's a whole different issue. I was objecting to what he stated, that they're going over there to find marriage partners. I disagree with the majority of that. Because I disagree that women are going down there to be faithful to their husbands. Down where?
On girls' trips. So we got evidence, we got videos. You ain't got no evidence. I just pulled up.
What are you talking about? They put it all out on social media, what they're doing.
Who's putting it out? You said you only know the guy's name, so I'm like, it's Mr.
They put it all out. So many men have put out what they were doing on social media, especially the guy that had to beg on social media for money to get back home.
And what was his name?
For the airplane ticket.
What was his name?
Oh, I can't remember. You know.
Come on, Miss Lady. Miss Lady, hold on. Guys.
Gary knows who he is.
Guys. Excuse me. Hello. I don't mind you from.
Who is that guy that was doing that? You know, Gary. I don't know these.
Miss Lady.
But it was all on social media.
Hold on, Miss Lady. Do you hear me? Is my mic working? Hold on. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, let me just make sure my mic's working. Oh, God. Don't tell me it's... All right, you can hear me. Miss Lady, can you hear me?
Yeah. Maybe you can answer his question.
Let me say this. Names will be good, Miss Lady. I don't keep up with a lot of these dudes' activities from what I'm hearing. I noticed when this war broke out of what Black man does with his phallus lately, that women are very vocal, which that's their business. But when some of the dudes, and I could probably name one content creator that has revealed evidences, but I'm not gonna do that. That he has shown what he has found, what the ladies doing. It was not really surprising, shocking. Remember, it's only been the last 20 years since the normal average or above average brother has been traveling outside the country. If he's not military enlisted. Do you get me? Back in the late, I think, early 2000s. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And this is just a modern man. But we all know black men has traveled because they went to military service. You get me? But since then, some have married, some stayed, and we know there are some that have traveled and, paid for the thing, which I don't agree with, but that's another story. But the point is...
Well, I met them in myself when I traveled. They told me what was
that. You travel by yourself outside the country?
I have traveled outside the country. I have been to Europe. I have been to different countries in Europe. I've been to the Dominican Republic. I've been to Jamaica. I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to Mexico. Mm-hmm. I know what's up.
So when last time you traveled outside the country besides those?
It was before COVID.
Okay.
The Dominican Republic.
I'm gonna let Sankofa, you can respond. Then I'm gonna pick up the next caller because
but secondly, I just want to say this, Gary. We don't care what they're doing. We want all of them to go as fast as they can and don't come back. See, that's the thing. They really want to believe that we are jealous, we are scared, we don't care.
Then
we just think it's sad that they're taking their little $20 and going over there to those poor countries and those women who are impoverished and they're prostituting.
Really?
Listen, we don't have to believe it. I don't have to prove anything to you. Okay.
Miss Lady, where's your husband?
I'm telling you, it's
just
sad that women, are in a position in those countries
I'm gonna tell you
to have
caller.
to.
Yeah, where's her black husband? She got a lot.
Wait, stop. Next caller. Who's this? I'm not gonna go back and forth.
Yeah, man. I guess
it's coming to. I just don't like the conversation. It's becoming a crap cook. Go ahead. We have Jay.
I just said every time you take a caller, it mutes the other caller. I just wanted to say that. But
it does that. But go ahead.
I mean, I think that what I think overall what's happening is that we taking like a visual soundbite, we taking audible sound bites of what's going on the net, and then we kind of like put it like it's the big picture. There are some things that are happening that we are seeing on the internet that might be, if you want to say, trending more than others. But I think, I guess, is the way it's presented makes people feel like what Miss Lady's saying is like, like it's all generalized. And even when you talk about guys in Brazil, I think that's relevant to speak about the passport bros because, again, that's why I asked the question and I said, is there a comparison? Because, you see, we're talking about the women in a perspective, right? And then, but what about on the other side? So that's why I asked that. And then to bring in a woman to actually give an idea, and it shouldn't even be an argument. Should let her go and you say your piece and she say her piece because what we're trying to do is get to the root or to find out the mindset, right? So whether it be from you, what you're saying, her absorbing what you're saying in your perspective to kind of better understand where you're coming from and vice versa for her, letting her say, well, this is what I'm seeing. And I think it's really important when you have these conversations to have a woman involved because right now she's a traveling woman, so she's seen that. Now, is she painting everybody as a generalized? Well, I don't think so. I think that let her, if you can, if she's still on the line, to get her to kind of give us her perspective on what she's visually and experienced herself. So now we got somebody that's actually there that's like, yeah, I've traveled here, I traveled there. Let's get to that. Find out what she's seen. And then overall, I ask, well, do you see this more than usual, or is it a certain amount, or is it the majority? And then you can't really plant it all on one experience or two, right? So I think that is a good conversation. It's just that it shouldn't get personal. It should just be more of a, trying to find out, semi-personal sense of giving your perspective, but experience on what you getting, so we can kind of get to the root of it, of why this is happening. Is it happening as we are seeing it, or is it more hype than what it is? It's more talk than hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what's happening on a broad scale, or it is. And how do you go to kind of change things, or level things out? That's all. But keep going on, Gary. But get her. I think if you can get her or any woman's perspective to kind of, and let it go. Let her go, and even if you don't agree, and vice versa, so we could get to our, why do we see things the way we do? Why, and in general, you see it this way. Why? And then you talking about your experience? All right, so talk to me about those experiences so we can see what she's seen. And that's not the whole broad picture, but she can tell you, well, all these experiences have been more than less. And I think that's how we kind of better understand. It's just more getting knowledge from both ends. So keep it going, guy. I think you got some good topics going on, and we're just trying to get to the root of things. That's all. Keep it going, bro.
And,
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to respond to NYC real quick. The reason why I got a little upset is because I'm trying to help our black women. She's saying, black men, do what you want to do, rack up your body counts, and they just have to accept you for who you are. No, that's what I'm just saying. Black men are not going to accept that. Most men are not going to accept that regardless. You know what I'm saying? We want our woman to have, huh?
No, I get what you're saying, but let her. Yeah. I would say that, you know what? Let her say what she got to say, because to find out why she's saying that. So I get what you're saying, that you don't agree with it and this, that. But that's what I'm saying. We're trying to get to a better understanding whether you agree or not, or it shouldn't be, or you're not going to let it happen if you was dealing with it in your own personal situation. So it's just like, that's where you let her say what she said. You get a better understanding of her perspective, and then you come out and you have the floor to tell her, well, this is why that's not going to work, because we look at it this way, and it's not going to be that way, at least for a certain amount of men, or how you look at it. It's just, I think this is all really good content in a sense, not only just for the internet, but to better understand where we're not clowning around and joking and cursing each other out. We're trying to just better understand ourselves as humans. And then if you want to get deeper, as black people dealing with each other in relationships, men and women. So it goes deeper. This is something I think is a learning experience for everybody. It makes you think, whether it's you guys or outside, for those that are listening, myself included. I'm always learning something new. That's why I just want to listen from both perspectives, even if we don't agree. Some shit might be bizarre, but load up your arsenal with information once she's done, and give your perspective, because I don't think it's not about nobody's right. It's just different perspectives, and that you don't agree about it, and you just got to find that person that you could agree with to make it work. That's how it ends up being. But again, it's just, I think, just a better understanding, and Gary's he's hitting on some things with these subject matters, with yourself included. So keep it going, like I said, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just like I get asked these questions. Why does a woman's past matter? This is why. Women ask these questions, and basically I'm giving women the answer. And then you have a feminist come on here and try to deflect and try to talk about the passport bros. That's irrelevant to this conversation. You know what I'm saying? The passport bros are going over there for wives. I don't, we got proof of that. She's talking about Austin Solomon. Austin Solomon is from down here in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I can give out names. See, when I asked her, where's your proof? Where's your statistics? You can't. This is why I wish this was more of a video show. That way I can share a screen and show my data. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just talking out the side of my mouth, because you have a disdain. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? You have a disdain for men that want to try to bring back the nuclear family. And this is another reason why I feel like she's not married and no man will want to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like she come in with an attack. And I said in the beginning, not all women, I said, but the majority that do these things. You can see it. You got video, freak gig. You know what I'm saying? I bet most of those women in there were married. That was giving head to different dudes and getting pumped and dumped and all that stuff. Most of them women were married. Then you got the Capitol Beach party in Galveston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? All these little girl trips and stuff. Most of them women are married and they do go down there and they do cheat on their husband. I'm not saying all of them, but the majority. So now I feel like every time I do this show, I gotta say not all, but some. I gotta keep reiterating that because you got fembots that comes in and want to try to derail the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Go ahead, Chaos.
All right. Let me see what time it is, man. And please, the language. For God's sake, Sankofa. I know you get, intense, but we have to refrain and we have to watch the words that come out of our mouth. Do you understand me, brother? As best as possible, I mean, I heard the little, the bomb, the F-bomb. I would like to keep it as clean as possible, That's the real goal now. As much times I don't want to do it this way, but I have to do it this way. You understand? You heard me, Sankofa? Hello?
Oh yeah, and I apologize to the panel
Okay.
and apologize to people that's listening. That was a slip up.
All right, thank you. No one else raised their hands. It's almost over an hour into this. I don't think nobody else has any other questions. Any closing statements, Sankofa?
Yeah, in closing, I just bring up these topics basically to give, our black women, a fighting chance, instead of fighting against us, fight to be with us, because really there's no men coming over here in droves trying to marry y'all. We're y'all own, we're the only men that, black women are our first choice at all times. We're the only men that choose you first, and I just want the nuclear family back. And it's heartbreaking to hear black women that want to come on here and just want to try to go against the grain, want to be rebellious, and they wonder why they single. So I just say, man, let's just keep pushing. And keep this message going. See, and the thing is, women don't want to hear what we have to say. We've been quiet for too long now. Men are waking up. And we want our women to be traditional, because if a woman wants a traditional man, she got to be herself, got to be traditional. And that's my closing statement. Black nuclear family, let's keep it, let's get it back together.
And one other thing, to reiterate and to be for clarity again, a good portion of black men are going to be traveling to find some form of love or, sex companionship, or hell, even go as far as spend money and tricking it, which I don't approve of. It is his choice, I mean, I know that men are being very vocal and loud about it, and let's be honest, one person that's getting their feelings is ladies. And the reason I said ladies getting in their feelings because if the man wants to vocalize what he's doing and all stuff, let him have his way. It won't hurt you much because let's be honest, you ladies not checking for some of these dudes. So it will not hurt what he says. He could say all his it will not hurt and affect black women in America. I'm sorry. Everybody knows how America is structured, how it's run. And women are pretty much good. That's my check, Now,
Gary, I want to say this too. Yeah. I think feminists want to be a part of the patriarchy. Since you say I want to be a part of the patriarchy, I think feminism is trying to be the patriarchy.
Oh, and I know Miss Monica Lamb. Yes, certain men are emotional, Monica, and we know why they're emotional because they've been raised by their mother too long. Because they gotta learn that somewhere. You can't be emotional when daddy's around. He said, "What, boy? You get straightened up very quick, very quick." So in regards, and another thing when they talk about saying the patriarchal thing, yeah, this is a Western society that is patriarchal. Blame it on mama. Yes, it is on mama. I'm sorry. Because I see more and more men that I deal with, and you deal with Sankofa, when they're too over emotional, when you see who really grooms these men that your friends or you can see where they get it from. It is what it is.
Exactly.
It is what it is. I mean, I know ladies don't want to hear that, but I said if you want to not prevent your son being too emotional, you better off either send them off to their father once they get to that 10 or 11-ish age or whatever, and that will straighten them up very quickly. Especially boys should not be around women too long. You get me? Around this in this day age now, for the last 20 or more years, 30 or more years, there is an effect when these boys been around women too long. there's the after effect. You get me?
Yeah,
There has
we
to
did
be,
the fire, dude.
there has to be a balance. You get me? Because when a boy is too over emotional, it's reflective. You get me? And if the father is emotional, that's also reflective. It comes back to where it comes from again. As much as I don't want to say that, it is what it is. Yes. Today's modern men today, Miss Lamb, they have been conditioned to the point they cannot stand on their own square foot. And if they try to, you know, let's just say you ladies won't stay around. Trust me, you will not stay around. You will not stay around. You get me? I see some dudes that are very much in their ways. Women don't like it, but some will stay around, and some will just they hate it, and they just want to say, I can't deal with it. Remember, time is our best friend, ladies and gentlemen. So if you stay firm as a man, you stay firm in your convictions and where you stand. You know where the lady sees it, where they stand towards you. You know. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else on my mind. Thank y'all for listening to today's stream. I think there might be an after-hour show, maybe not. Who knows? But I doubt it. You know. But other than that, you know, the links to follow me are the following. Follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Eric Rain on Facebook. What else? Follow me on Rumble. Yes, Mo, I have Rumble. You see Rumble? You see Rumble, sweetie? Let me show you what Rumble is. You're asking a lot in the chat room. Let me just show you something, sweetie. And there you go. Follow me on Rumble. Those people in the chat room, including you, Mo. I see you. And join Discord service of the Chaos Reign Show. Those are links. And also be a member of the channel as well. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care and good night.